Hey guys, I'm back again. I have the tank painted now. I went ahead and cleaned up and put the sensor back in and the vent tube that runs up to the charcoal canister. I need to pull out the sump part for the fuel line because I got my order in for the strainer that goes down in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off and show you guys what I got and how I'm gonna assemble it on there. Let's go. All right guys, so I'm gonna have to pull this off to get down in here to put the strainer on. This was the strainer I ended up getting. I got it off of Summit Racing. As you can see, it just has this barb fitting on the end, and all you need is to put a small hose from here to the tube at the bottom of here, and you got yourself a strainer. So it's universal. Seems like it's made out of a good material, like it'll last a while. It doesn't have that plastic frame inside of it like the factory has, and that seemed like over time that ended up cracking also. So this should do the job. I got, where's the hose? I got this hose here from O'Reilly's. It's a fuel hose. It's a 1/2 inch that fits on to here and fits on to here perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and you guys can see how I'm gonna do it. After I cleaned all the vinegar and stuff out of the tank, I rinsed it out, set it out in the sun, and let the water evaporate out of it. After that, I put like some fuel stabilizer, like water remover, in it, and I put fuel back in it. Mix it around real good. Try to get rid of any moisture that's in there. Once I get it back on the car, I'm gonna take out the drain plug in the bottom, drain out the stabilizer and the fuel, and then I'll refuel the whole thing with fresh fuel. All right. All right, so now we're going to take this here. So as you can see, this is going to go right on here. We'll connect it with a hose from there to there. Let me get some cutters. All right, so we just need a short hose to go from this one to this one. So we'll go ahead and cut this. Slide that one on there. Been trying to decide what clamps I want to use on here. I have the factory style. They're like preset. And then I have these, which I think may be too small for this hose. All right, so these are the factory style. Yeah, these style, which I really don't like. And then these ones here, and these are actually fuel injection clamps. I believe these work the best. They keep it nice and round when you're tightening them down. Sometimes the other style gets kind of bent and it doesn't seal as good. These are good too, as long as they're tight enough. So I'm gonna attempt to use one of these or two of these. See how good these are. Again, this is just a feed line. It's not under pressure, but of course you wanna make sure this doesn't come off on you. I tried calling Toyota for the original one. Obviously they're discontinued and so on, so I couldn't get that. It would have been nice to just get the factory one, but I'm actually gonna start. The sizes with these is not perfect, but as long as this clamps on here nice and tight, we'll be good to go. I did notice that with some of these factory tubes. Of course, this one fits on here nice and tight on the barb. You gotta be careful with the filter itself so you don't ruin it. Maybe I could grab it here with the pliers and hold it. Alright, so it's going on a little snug. I was able to get the pliers around this ring right here and just carefully kind of spin it down on there. These filters are not cheap from Summit Racing, but I did get it quickly, so that was nice. Alright, so I got that tube on there. Let's see if one of these clamps will fit. Alright, you guys see? Almost looks factory. I like that. Alright, the way this sits in here, it goes in like this and faces that way. It sits down in a box there inside the tank. It's in its own baffle, so this needs to sit flat just like this inside of there. Again, I'm gonna try to use this for the other side, and we'll see if it is tight enough. If not, we'll use the screw-on style, or the adjustable style. We'll use the adjustable style. Let's go ahead and put that one on there. Hopefully anyone else having a issue with this or needing to replace it, I hope this helps you guys out. These come in different sizes on Summit Racing also. I believe this is like they have the 6AN, 8AN. This one ended up being the 8AN, which matches the 1/2-inch tube, which is real close to what this is. I know this tube is a little smaller than 1/2 inch, but it's very close. Alright, so we got that on there. Yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, it's nice and tight on there, so that's what we're looking for. You want to make sure that you have this on as close as you can, because the factory one probably stops about here. But being that this doesn't have a frame in it, if this gets a little, you know, bent up or something inside that, it shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so that's all the way up. Let's make sure it's flat. Looks like I had it right the first time, but I like to double check. Alright, so that's what we're looking like. It's nice and tight. Seems like it's gonna do the job. Alright, now we have that on. This actually twists it around a little bit, so if it needs to adjust inside of there, it will. Alright, so that's in there now. I'll go ahead and put all the screws back in and tighten that down. To me, that's a perfect fix for this problem. If you can't find the factory one, this strainer seems a lot better than the factory one also. So I just had pieces of that factory one all inside of here. I know it's really old, but it's kind of crazy. The only thing I'm waiting on is I need another. I have a special mount for the inline filter that goes up near the engine, like on the frame. I need another mount like that for the fuel pump. I ordered one. I think it comes tomorrow. Then I'll actually be able to put the pump in there, get it on the frame, and see exactly how long this hose needs to be to the pump and so on. I figured I'd go ahead and knock this out, and then when I get the other stuff, again, I'll continue the video. I hope the video comes together decently, being that I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. But there's a lot of stuff that I didn't manage to record for you guys. So if I gotta do it this way, I'm gonna do it this way. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so we have that on now. This vent tube that goes to the charcoal canister, I'm going to be just replacing this little hose that goes to the other hard line, and this already runs up on the driver's side of the car, so this I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't have to reroute it. I have this line. This runs up to the front, but as I already said, it runs up on the wrong side of the car, so I'm gonna be running I got a really long fuel hose to go on here, and this will be running all the way back up to the front of the car on the driver's side, along with this one. When I ordered my other stuff, I did -6 or 6AN for the fuel lines. As you can see, this is a pretty fat tube coming up out of the tank. If I remembered this was this big, I could have ran the 8AN from here all the way up. But if you look at the fuel pump I have, the Walbro 255, it has regular like 3/8 barbs on it right now. So it's either way, this kind of gets reduced. So I mean, it should be fine. But to fix this issue, I'm going to put on this here, because that fits here, and then I'm going to reduce this down to the 3/8 size that fits the pump, which I got these barbs right here. It goes from the 1/2-inch tube to the 3/8 tube, and then from there I could add on the 3/8, go straight into the Walbro, straight into the -6 going up to the front. These are probably for like PVC pipe, but they do work good on the hose, just so you know. It's not bad. Alright, so we're gonna put this barb in here. Alright, so now you guys see we go down to 3/8 right here. Go ahead and get the 2 clamps. Hopefully I have the right size. Those might have been the last 2 of the big ones I had, now that I'm looking at it. So these don't look big enough. Let's see. They're the same. So again, go on here. I love the way these look because they're just like factory. So just go ahead and take this down. All right, so you guys see we have this on here now. So now I have the 3/8 fuel hose here, and this is going to be going onto here. So we reduced it down to 3/8. Get another clamp. We got it. All right, it's looking pretty good. All right, now this is gonna come down, and then back here I'm gonna cut this again and add the clear filter on here, and then out of the clear filter it'll be running into the pump. This is the return line. Just like that, we got nice new clean system to run the fuel up to the front. Just add the filters in, hook it up to the fuel rail, and we're gonna be good to go. I can't wait to start this damn thing. Go ahead and put the new hose on here. Alright, got a fresh hose to go to the vent, charcoal canister. I'm gonna throw some tape on the ends of these tubes just to make sure nothing gets in them. You don't want to mess with any of this stuff while it's up on the car or hanging underneath the car. This is the best time to get all this stuff started. If you didn't drop the tank, obviously you have no choice. But if you did, don't wait. Alright, so we have everything right here. Obviously on the other side of the pump is where all the push lock AN stuff starts and runs to the front. But seeing all this on here is great. All that nasty old shit that was on here before being replaced with all this new stuff on this old ass car is a lovely sight. This is a real simple way of doing this. You know, it didn't cost that much money. Hopefully this helps someone out for sure. I mean, it takes time figuring out how you're gonna do this, find a damn strainer. Some of the stuff for these cars, of course, is limited, so you got to kind of make it up. I enjoy doing that part of it, so it works. Yeah, man, I like the way this looks. Came out really good, so can't wait to get it up and on there.